lot of crowd control still for Onic. And even though technically there's no slows coming from export, the Diverth will help in taking out the members from GEEKFAM, and the best crowd control is death.
And right now going into the game, this time without a Claude, with the Ixia. Previous game there was enough dive, but now that becomes a question mark. Will they be able to catch CW, or once again, CW will open the full barrage and drop down GEEKFAM?
Calvin Winata on the Ixia.
We'll see if he can just gun down the members of GEEKFAM. But with this composition, I guess that's why Onic banned away the Yuzong, man. They were concerned. Because we saw that when Bigatron was using it, the Yuzong can really stop the full barrage so consistently. They are not going to deal with that at all this time. If you think the last game was linear, I think the fights are going to be even more linear now. GEEKFAM are the ones that have to make it messy, make it complicated, and find some weird flanks.
No, okay, messy as in, like clean and messy, the opposite? All right, well, right now, Onic, they kind of have the same strat, right? It's all about playing through neutral objectives through these team fights, and let's see who gets this. The Lethal Wanderer, first one, it's a win for Onic.
Looking at the emblem setup here, 4 quantum charges for Onic. In my head, that just means hiding around. So I kind of feel like he has to be a little bit more careful, and I don't know, man. First thing for me, I would say every single game is going to be Onic.
Oh.
That's for me. I mean, the prediction is not going to come up, but I'm just going to let you guys know. It's always Onic for me.
All right, it's always... Wait. Niall trying to go for the Retribution battle right now, 1v1, and actually finds it. Gets the Retribution away from Kyrie. That's going to be a pretty big win for GEEKFAM, shutting Kyrie down from the get-go.
This is a very good pick for GEEKFAM, man. The Baxia, a lot of movement speed, a lot of clear, especially against Kyrie, where you want to try and get in the way of his jungling pattern, jungling pathing. That's a great value pick. And I mean, as Superken was saying, if he gets it, it's 100%. I think Niall can do the same thing.
I would say for GEEKFAM, they just got to make sure that they don't lose the laning phase. They don't necessarily have to win. They just don't have to lose.
Ooh. Speaking of that, they are listening to our comms as well. Yes, LaFell, we won't let him. Never mind. A boy in the mid lane, Purify already. The Stampede gets him out, but that's a big spell to be using, both CW and a boy.
Hey, but again, you don't have to win. Just don't lose. So, like, a boy, be careful.
It's like a battle of patience, honestly, for both these teams. And Kiboy and Beloyski having a bit of a showdown here in the river. But what's characteristic about Onic right here is the fact that they never really overextend, even when they're going for a kill.
Oh. A flicker burnt out there. They're not letting you finish your sentences. Arashi, that's Kiboy with an onward. That's another realm, giving them a little bit more HP as Kiboy flickers out of the taunt, and that's going to be Kyrie who wins the Reggie battle, but now loses his life. No! Appraiser's Wrath grants him first blood. It's traded in with a kill as well, but it's ultimately a 2-for-2, just a turtle difference that Onic took.
Personally for me, that's still a win for Onic.
Hey.
Hey, I called it. Everyone Onic.
All in Onic.
All in Onic. Because, okay, so for this draft, I would say team fight, this time, it will look good for GEEKFAM. They just had to make sure that they don't lose a lot of turns, because when the full barrage opens, Marky will have an advantage with his heavy crossbow. He can dodge, and he will deal much more damage.
Beloyski trying to hit the Natalia there. Not able to find it. That's a Haas claws built up from Marquis as they try their best to actually go and invade. But Beloy gets caught by his ex-teammate, Kyrie! That's the second death for Beloyski this game.
Getting caught by your ex, not a good feeling.
Boots gets caught by the turret. Which one feels better, X or turret?
Turret.
Turret.
I read it, take turret.
Okay.
We can all agree it's turret. And on that note, Ulfel, I think as long as Onic doesn't really get too far ahead, where the full barrage can take you out before you can move out of it, like you mentioned, Marky can make use of the speedy nature of this Irithel and find something if he can avoid Boots and Kyrie as well. They're going to be looking for that kill very, very aggressively.
Only Rapidson connecting. Kiboy with the onward. Now it's a full barrage, but Kiboy loses his life. They're going to be able to get out of the angle there, but it's a flicker. Out. Barely. Almost catching Beloy. That's the holy healing coming down, and Sans is rotating. Marky gets a good hit onto the turret. Meanwhile, look at that. Look at that damage from CW.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man. CW hurts, but you got to know, Ixia, the initial damage is going to be huge, but now Boots
engaged on. Not going to be enough to survive. The Abyssum Strike comes in, but the last Insanity is used up to dodge away and to deal that final hit. Kyrie now going to be dove on by Niall and Luke. It's not going to be enough. He's still able to escape, and look at the timing. Perfectly done by GEEKFAM for the turtle. Marky up top with Leo. That's Irithel's Tiger. Luke, in the bottom lane, this might be a solo kill. A good Terrify in, but it's not enough to take him down. Onic decides to concede it as Niall secures turtle number 2.
Great play from GEEKFAM, finally getting a guaranteed objective take. But Onic, they're never that static. They keep going for more things, keep trying to find opportunities around the map, and look at the full barrage is coming out.
Oh, what the heck is that damage?
Almost like a burst skill instead of a DPS skill.
No, I would agree. The full barrage, the initial hit is good. And now Beloyski helping out a boy to kite back. And because of that, our boy goes back in.
But then he goes back out.
And then he goes back out. But going to my point, the full barrage, in my personal opinion, if you can time the Netherrealm to basically mitigate the initial damage, you're going to win the fight because most of the good damage is coming on in the early stage of the fight.
Hey, look, exactly what you said happened, but plus the Purify to get out. Kyrie diving the turret, trying to poke even more. The boy's going to be able to recall out of this one, and have GEEKFAM done what you asked them to do. Don't lose in the laning phase.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot better mitigating the risk, mitigating the losses that Onic have been able to just get in the previous game. You take a look at the gold differences by UBS Gold. A boy actually is even out with Sans. And in the gold lane, Marky is out farming CW, despite how the lane looks like it's going.
It's just a poke, I feel, in this matchup, right? For CW, the range advantage and the sustain advantage that grants him the better trades. Heavy crossbow defensively. Beloyski going to be knocked up right now as Niall looks for a sandwich play, but onward gets him out. Now Primal Wrath with another round. Beloyski with a flicking forward of the baptism, but now they all fall under full barrage. CW with a good spray down. Niall running away. That's a shield and he connecting with the Brazer's Wrath connects as well. Look! With the last insanity to the back, and now with some fire. That's Marky gunning them down. Luke is spitting some super hot fire.
Hey, and this time again, GEEKFAM, they can take those fights. They have enough damage. And again, CW, the full barrage, the initial spike of damage is huge. If you can survive that, you can survive the world.
That's exactly what we saw in the previous fight. Now, Onic also overstayed a bit there, and GEEKFAM trying to use all this momentum, get towers, get kills, get the turtle as well. Everything they can get to try and make sure that Onic just gets bewildered on what to try and react to right now.
And now they didn't even use the retribution onto the turtle. The Howley Baptist are connecting right there, but Beloyski's gonna be caught in the back. Sans picks up the kill. A boy loses the Netherrealm HP, and now he's caught in the midst of it all. Pops into Purify, gets up for a bit, but immobility from that Primal Wrath locks him down. A lead, but then Onic takes a little bit back.
You know what? I feel like it's because I'm here. As a Malaysian, whenever we have a lead, we need a bit of a throw.
Just
and
a bit.
I kind of feel like, you know, GEEKFAM, they feel like, yeah, they got to do that.
And they had a Malaysian team too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, is that just like...
Shout outs to the Malaysians that like to throw when you have a lead.
Shout out to everyone who throws when they have a lead.
Shout out to everyone, yeah.
That's a very common thing. But for now, both teams are just throwing back and forth, but Luke with the X-Borg can just be a lot more survivable. That will probably be important in the late game. But I think Onic, by the way, have an extra bit of combo here. If they can lower the physical defense using the Dairoth and then hit him with the full barrage, it's a lot of burst damage that might just catch one of the members of GEEKFAM off guard.
Wait, they're trying to dive Niall right now, and they're doing a good job at it, but turret is still standing, and he's still going to be able to survive for quite a bit. Finally taken down here, but that took some time. It took a lot of time, actually. Marky is still up top, trying to utilize this time bot to take a tier 2, and I would say it's worth it.
Yeah, I would say if Luke had more HP, he would have tried to help his friend. And we saw what happened just now, GEEKFAM. When you're trying to help out your friends, sometimes it's not in your best interest. Sometimes it's good just to let your friends die.
Sometimes you have to worry about yourself first before you try and save someone. You can't help someone who's drowning when you can't swim yourself.
Be selfish before you're selfless.
Yeah, because on the flight, they say, when the oxygen mask comes down, put it on yourself first.
Before your child even, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can't help someone if you yourself aren't in a position to help.
We're finding so many ways to say the same thing, and I think that shows our synergy here.
I just hope the audience watching, if you're in a situation where you have to be like, do I help out my friend or myself? Help out yourself, king and queens.
Start with you. You matter.
Yes, start
You
with you.
matter, sir.
Shout out to mental health.
All right, you know, something more important. Look at the hand cam.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're on a Fredrin, Kyrie. You don't need to be doing all these fast hand maneuvers, man.
Well, he's keeping his eye out on the rest of the area. And that's great. So he knows
We need an eye cam?
contextually. A hand cam. No, he's keeping an eye out. You're looking at around the Lord area to know if there's any kind of weird flanks coming in, but he is going to get caught out.
And there you go. That's the flank you were talking about. Arashi, Kyrie gets the Predator's Trap, but now gets blown up by the last Insanity. Loses his life, and that's the jungler taken away for Onic. GeekFam take control of the Lord, and it should be a free one. Luke with the recalls.
Oof. That's a big recall, big statement, taking the Lord out of Onic so cleanly. We haven't seen it in a while, and now Beloyski.
The baptism as Boost jumps into the back line right there, but Marky, whoa, an aggressive maneuver to get him punished down. That's the mobility from Keyboy. This might be a winning fight, but Keyboy, 1 HP! Literally. Luke still able to kite away, but Immortality is going to be popped right now as Boost pops in, he some strike, getting rid of the Faraga armor for a bit, but the Holy Healing grants him enough. It sounds with the flicker forward and the flicker from Luke as well. Boost jumps in, now to another. It sounds with the makeup kill. Nile and a boy trying to cut away right now as Boost jumps in once again, giving CW a lot of damage, and that's going to be a boy taking a kill. But CW gets the same. A boy versus CW. Stampede versus Ghostbusters versus the range of Tewe.
Dude, Gilad Sans. He really turned things around for the team.
He did.
That was a bit of an overextension from GeekFam as well, though. Marky doing so well the whole time, playing the macro game, splitting away, making sure that Onic has to send CW to the top side, losing the Lord in the process, and then walking straight into a Keyboy initiate, getting deleted. With that happening, the Lord now will be cleared by Onic, and if you look at the items, it's still somewhat even, gold-wise, but if you look at the composition, Onic has a bit more burst to work with, but the longer the fight goes, that's where GeekFam starts to shine. That's important, man. You gotta keep in mind how both teams want to play this out.
Honestly, I kind of feel like Marky, because he had the great Dragon Spear, he feels like he could outmaneuver Onic. So shoutouts to Kyrie, able to stop him in his tracks, making it so that Onic can deal up free damage. Because if not, Marky would have deleted Onic. Like, the amount of damage the Irrital has now, it's a lot.
It's more than a lot. You can actually wipe out everything, including, with the help of Head and Shoulders, dandruff.
Itchy dandruff in particular, man. If it's wet, oh, that's awful.
I've been in a Head and Shoulders
I saw.
commercial, yeah.
I watched.
That was good, right?
It was pretty good.
A lot of people ask me to open my shirt, and I'm like, nah, fam.
It's Head and Shoulders, not body soap.
Is that haram?
Exactly. Yeah, it's haram.
Well, technically, for men, it's like we use shampoo for soap too sometimes.
Wait, what?
Yeah. For
what?
men, you use one product for everything.
Exactly.
Head, body.
That's why it's called Head and Shoulders. You can use it for everything.
Yeah. If you can use it on your shoulders, you can use
I've
it on
been
the
doing
rest
it
of your
wrong
body.
my whole life.
Exactly, LaFell. You got to learn from the
I've
professionals,
only
man.
used it in areas that has hair.
Like the head.
Like your whole body?
Well, it depends.
Look at Luke right now.
I am looking at
And now look at a boy.
Man.
Look at Keyboy. Oh, I love the observers, man. Like,
And now look at Nolan.
Shout-outs.
a
Shout-outs
new
to the
hero
observers.
that went out for milk.
And
Oof.
never came back. I mean, like, it took time. It took time.
It took time.
He's back, though. He's back, though. So we'll see how
I mean,
that plays
Layla
out.
grew up to be great.
Oh,
Kind
really?
of. I mean, not a lot of people use her, but
Exactly.
that's good.
That's not. Oh.
Moving on. Moving
Not
on.
a meta pick.
Almost 1,000 goal lead here. And again, they want that team fight. Because
Again-
I feel like if they can bat out the full barrage, that's great.
They can wither it out. That will be great for sure. But now they're also winning in the macro department. The movement speed being supplied by Beloyski is allowing GeekFam to be spread out a lot thinner compared to Onic, who is always close together, especially for CW, who is just completely immobile.
Wait, what is Marky and Beloyski doing up top? Okay, now they're coming towards the fight.
It's a signature Beloy play, man.
Really?
When he dies 5 times, that's when the BBB spawns in the game. You know what the BBB is, LaFell?
Big brain Beloy.
You've been watching MPL ID, sir. And so has Onic. Look at them. They know where Beloyski is going to go. But hey, they're so focused on Beloyski that they forgot about a boy, Nile, and Luke. Here, we're still trying to kite.
Kyrie is surviving a lot of damage right here, though. GeekFam can't really do much here, but now, whoa, Luke!
Say goodbye to the Faraga armor. But that's the photo, granting him the HP. A flicker backwards. Defensive leg! Hey boy! Into a full barrage, into a taunt right now. Defensive Netherrealm for GeekFam as they run wild. Onic are the ones who are running wild on GeekFam. Luke falling to one more hit, the last hit from Sans.
If you're a fam, you did not want to see that. You did not want to see Marky getting caught out like that.
Absolutely not. Blink and you'll miss it. And Edith engage into a full barrage. That will do it, man. There was no time at all to react. now with all that being said, man, with the pickup happening, and with Onic just running everyone down, they're getting turrets, they're getting the Lord as well. That was almost the worst case scenario for GEEKFAM.
Oh, I would say that is the worst case scenario.
Well, worst case would be they're wiped out.
Losing Marky feels like losing a leg.
A leg?
Yeah.
Wow.
They can't walk forward anymore.
They really
But
can't.
that's what they want to do.
That's what they want to do. They want a kite. They have an export. They have a Rafaela. And we have an instant replay to see exactly what happened.
Oh, look at
Man.
that. Getting caught out. Keyboy just seeing a casual Iritel walking towards the Lord. This is one of those
Very
moments
innocent.
you feel like you should have taken the longer route.
Very naive.
Very what?
Naive.
Especially against Onic, I think you should have expected something of that nature. And it was a credit to Kyrie for landing the big 3-4-man taunt right there, signaling to the whole team like it's go time. And everyone was just so on point with the follow-up. It came in without any delay at all. That's what you have to like adjust with, expect from Onic. With a 5k gold lead, they're gonna try and take some base turrets.
Nance Lord, concealed by Keyboy. Niall still able to get out right there. Opposite of Poisson's Earth Shatter dodged away from mid lane. Still, the key for Onic as they look to try to siege down the other turrets remaining, but they need to stay in formation. Boots, not going to be stunned up, but the holy captain. Kyrie jumps in, gets a taunt. Boots stay very, very low. CW with a full barrage, but the last insanity goes to the back. A good flicker out from CW, outplaying the situation. The Keyboy in the front. Still, it's going to be Sans with a monster kill. Keyboy with the Primal Wrath is actually going for the end right now. Niall taken out. A boy. One man left standing. Onic match point.
Marky in the previous game was not touched. 0 deaths. The moment in this game, he died 3 times.